Welcome to the CompuBox Academy. The crowd is buzzing for this one here tonight. I'm Todd Grisham. And next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
Time for our tale of the tape. Terrence Bud Crawford, 5'7" tall, tipping the scales at 140 pounds, bang on, with a reach of 47 inches. And facing him, it's Sugar Ray Leonard, always fit and trim, 145 pounds, 5'9" tall, with a reach of 70.5.
Talk about hot seats in the house. I am so lucky to be sat where I am, watching this fight live. I can tell my grandkids about this.
And here he is in the flesh, Terrence Bud Crawford, one of the pound-for-pound best in the world, fighting out of Nebraska, USA. Sugar.
This bout is...
What a pleasure it is to be here, and we're expecting an all-out offensive display. They block that jab. Got his gloves up to block the left jab. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your cornerman whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
Nice counter. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. There's a counter shot. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Sugar Ray is down! You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
I've got to see that again.
One, two, three, four. Give me your ball.
Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
Good work. Stay focused.
It was a god-awful round, I tell you. Now, come on. You're
Smart. You were thinking, you were smart. You weren't loading up, but you were
in the league, isn't it? Come on, switch on, get your boxing back together, and get back out there and win the round. Don't worry about that round. Don't worry about that round. Let's just get out there and let's...
Don't be looking there for one shot at a time. Set him up, but you'll take
and win the next one. Yeah? Good. Right.
He's ready to go, but you've got to be smart. Otherwise, you'll see it and ride it out.
Take the round off and win the round on your jab. And breathe when you're stepping about, all right?
Jab. You're getting your timing on it.
Here we go for round two. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Punch, counter punch. Beautiful counter punch. This fighter focuses on that outside game. You don't see them get hit too often. You don't see them in trouble a lot, but that's what their mantra is.
If you want to corner an outside fighter, make them fight off the rope because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin them down. Throw a blanket on them. flat for the fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut them off. Cut the ring off, make the ring small. Put them on the back foot, put them under pressure.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. They walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. The right hook just missed. That jab doesn't find a home. Caution being thrown to the wind. How about that time counter shot? Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bro, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Good work out there.
There's a god-awful round that was. Come on. You let him back into the fight.
Missing. Great work. Stay focused. Don't move back into the fight. Great.
Come on.
And there's the bell to start round 3. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
That jab just missed with the left hand. There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What are you seeing?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
There's a counter shot. Those counter punches have to hurt. And he scores with the counter. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. The straight right just misses. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
The perfect counter lands. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently? On to the 4th we go. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Just misses with that jab. It's all offense all the time. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the park. They've got to relax.
Tried to score with a jab. Right jab. Throws the jab but does not score. Punch, counter punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
You're better than that, kid. Just go back out.
Great round, now relax. You were thinking, you were smart.
And then we'll go again. You've done all that work all the way through.
Forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about the defense on the end. And what
Out there, switch on and get your boxing back together. You've been coasted for this entire fight, and now you've landed back in.
On to the fifth we go. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punched him, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Catch and shoot. Defense is not an option for these two. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. They block that jab. His jab just got blocked. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Good defense stopping that jab. A straight right just misses. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Yes, I like that round. Good round, you feel good. Relax now and
Win this round, all right? It's only one round that you lost. Don't worry about it.
look, we will take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered.
Out there and switch back on. Get focused, get your mind back on the job, and then get back out there and win the round. Right, let's go out there and get your boxing back together. Listen,
The right hand's beautiful, that's it. Start sticking in a few body shots.
breathe when you're stepping about, all right? Good.
Good work out there, the jab's working nice. Those 1-2s straight down.
Round that was. Come on, you let him back into the fight. You're much better than that.
Don't let him back into the fight. Great man.
This is the beginning of round 6. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not clear. Be sharp.
You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now they're going to find out.
One moment changes everything, especially in this division. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Throws the jab, but it doesn't. Did you see that? Oh, Leonard just got rocked. Let's watch that again and replay from a different angle.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You still want to fight.
Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Talk about Leonard in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
You're being put down, you've got to think right, survive and then give it back the next round.
I love that jab slick.
You've been coasting for this entire fight, and now you've...
Here comes round 7. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Nice counter. Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Throws the jab, but does not score. Nice defense on that right hook. Nice counter punch right up the middle. The straight right just misses. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Round 8, and we're off again. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice exchange here from both men. Well done with that counter shot. Punch, counter punch. It doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody...
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Crawford is dazed. could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come to me.
They got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Crawford's legs are all over the place. A much better game plan here.
What recovery?
Oh, hold on a second, Johnny. Sugar Ray Leonard dazed. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Another win, another unanimous decision.